5, 10, 15, 75, 23. What? Did I count wrong? You already know who I am and why I'm here. Aw, come on, Spidey, I had that kill. Where's the fun? Where's the banter? You think a little bit of steel's gonna slow me down? You got another thing coming then. Now get out of my way. Ugh! That stupid arachnid keeps getting in my way. Look what I have built. True power, guided by an absolute intellect. You think Hulk is monster? You think Hulk wants to hurt you? Hulk just wanted to be left alone. But you bring guns. You bring tanks. You hurt Hulk's friends. Now you make Hulk angry. Bad mistake. Hulk smash! I don't judge people by what they say in a courtroom. Words are cheap. People lie. Heartbeats don't. I tried doing this with a suit and a briefcase. I tried trusting the system. But the law has limits, and Hell's Kitchen doesn't wait for trial. So if you won't protect these people, I will. Not because I want to, but because if I don't, nobody else can. Look, let's skip the part where they tell me I'm reckless, irresponsible, or out of control. I've heard the speech, I've read the committee reports, and frankly, the grammar on page 3 was embarrassing. So, if you want to debate protocol, we can do that all day, kid. But if you want the job done right, step back and let the genius work, and then try and keep up on the side. This fight isn't over, soldier. I know people are tired, scared, and wondering if this fight is even worth it anymore. But freedom isn't something you just win once and keep forever. It's something you have to stand up and fight for every single day. So if you're staying, stay with me. Most heroes like to be stealthy. Not me. If you got total control over fire, you won't show up in the shadows. You show up with style. You want to show? You want the front page headline and the crowd going wild? That's what I do. I didn't ask to be torn apart at the molecular level. I didn't ask to wear this suit or to have a genetic rewrite force me into playing savior for a city that's rotten to its core. But Alchemax built a monster, and now they have to live with it. And I don't have the luxury of pulling my punches, and I certainly don't care if you don't like my methods. Now get out of my way before I decide you're part of the problem. I don't always know who was driving last night. I wake up, there's blood on my knuckles, my boots are covered in mud, and my watch is missing 3 hours. You want a hero who sits around debating ethics while the world burns? Fine, call someone else. You want the ghost in the white cloak who makes the bad guys afraid of the dark? Then tell me who to fight before Mark wakes up. The guys at the top, guys like Stark, they don't care about us. They build their towers, they make their messes, and then they get paid to clean it up. Meanwhile, guys like you and me, the ones who actually put in the sweat in, we get the scraps. At my core, I'm an X-Men, but now I won't hesitate to rip bad guys apart. So if you want to get in my way, bub, you'll end up like the rest of them. I'd say it's nice to see you, Spider-Man, but it's not. Kill that guy. You look at me and you see a monster, another parasite, but you're wrong. I am not the disease, I am the cure. The white suit, it burned away the filth. It cleansed the sickness, the dark voices, the hunger that ruined my life. You still gotta bring up the Staten Island thing, don't you, kid? You don't owe me anything, and I don't owe you anything either. Okay, look, I know how this looks. On paper, guy who shrinks down to the size of an ant. Sounds ridiculous, I get it. My daughter thinks it's cool, but pretty much everyone else just asks if I write a beetle to work. Midgard. Such a small, weak, puny realm. However, it does require my help, and I am willing to give it.
This little spider went up the drown spout, and well, he drowned.
I am Galactus's herald, the Silver Surfer, and he is coming to eat this planet. However, I object to his decision.